Let me give you two of the biggest misses, I think, in email communication that any business leader can fix today. My name is Micah. I am the co-owner and co-founder of Dream Support LLC, and we provide remote executive assistance to busy leaders, maybe like you, who need to get out of the minutia and the weeds and the little tasks and make sure that you are focusing on the highest priorities and you need administrative help. We can help you with that. Let me know if that's valuable to you. Now back to the content today. Email communication is crazy. It's out of control. There's a good book out there called The World Without Email by Cal Newport. And lots of people are trying to get out of it as much as possible, especially for like internal communications with your team. There are other services like Slack and Teams and GChat and just WhatsApp and any number of things, GroupMe. There's all kinds of things that can be utilized for internal communications. And I definitely recommend that you choose one that is not email so that you can separate out internal from external communication in your business, ministry, or organization. But if you are going to do email, and especially if it's going to be with people outside your organization, I want you to think about two things. Number one, this is not about the subject line. You can get some great stuff about subject lines and what works and what doesn't from lots of different people. I'm not here to talk about that, but I am here to talk about something even smaller and something that I think does impact people if they actually read your content or browse it or peruse it or scan it or skim it. And that is, number one, the sign off, the thing that comes right before your name. Now, there are a few of these that when I read them, I go, you put no effort and no thought into writing this email to me. Even if they have, that's just my first thought. And one of them is warm regards. Warm regards. Have you ever read anything more generic than warm regards? That's like I'm sending my thoughts, like, cool. I'm not sure if that does anything or why that would matter, but it's like warm regard. It's mushy. It's like, I don't know. It's like you put bread pudding in the email and now I have to eat it and I don't want it. That's a weird analogy. Sincerely, best. Like all these things are so generic and I think it's a huge missed opportunity. I'll come back to that in a second. The second thing is the PS. So we know and we've heard that the PS line is often the most read line of the whole email because sometimes it serves as like an exclamation point or like an end cap where it's like, I'm going to give you all this stuff, but let me just put this in here. It's like the thing that someone whispers to you, the thing that you lean in for. So the PS line can be used sparingly, but well, and that will set you apart. And I believe that you should brand your sign off. I've used several of these through my life. I didn't think about it till the other day, actively think about it and like actually analyze this. But I've had basically three different ones that I've used consistently. When I was a teenager and I had this really close group of friends, we took a line that's from the movie Gladiator because it was impactful. This sounds really cheesy, but we took a line from Gladiator and we shortened it to an acronym. And my friends and I, and my close friends, we would sign off our emails or communication with one another with that sign off. And it was BTB YLAD. Does anybody know? You know what it is? What it stands for? There's a couple moments in Gladiator, the original one. I know number 2 is coming out soon, very excited. But Russell Crowe, who's the actor, he grabs and they grab hands kind of like this and they shake and they pull each other in close and they're brotherhood forged in battle together and they have this bond with each other and they say, brother to brother, duels in life and death. Like this, that's a bad accent, but you know what I mean? Like, brother to brother, yours in life and death. And that's how my friends and I would greet each other or we would sign off our emails, BTB YLAD, because we knew what that meant. And it was like, you're my bro, like I got you. We are in this together. We're in this life together. I got you back, that kind of thing. So that was just a branded thing, but that was like internal communication, right? The second one was as I was pastoring and leading churches and leading ministries, I just simply wrote in him with a capital H so people knew what I was saying. Like everything I've written here, I've written in our in the context of our faith and our relationship to one another in Christ. But most, a lot of people would write in Christ. I would just say in him. And you know who I'm talking about. So in him was a branded thing. And now in Dream Support, all my emails, we sign off the same way. And my assistant Paige does as well. So Dream Support, we are supporting the dreams of leaders across the country. We are providing real administrative support to what they're trying to accomplish, their mission. And so my sign off is cheering you on, because we are a part of your support structure and we are part of your cheering family, like cheering you on. And I find that to be an uplifting way to communicate to someone what we're about. And I've actually had people comment to us about that and say, man, that's really encouraging. That's really helpful. And it's so small, but I just felt like that was a great way to sum up what we're trying to do. So I think you have an opportunity to brand your sign off. I would recommend staying away from the cheesy ones. It doesn't have to be on internal communication, or it could be. But I think there's a culture that you're building in your organization, and I think it should support what you're about. So think about branding your sign off. God bless. See you in the next one.